You and Janet Jackson.
Coming your way over. Now, what he doesn't know.
I'd like to report a break-in.
Could kill him.
Request immediate keyhole visual tasking, maximum resolution.
He's on your 6 o'clock.
You have something they want.
2 targets, rooftop.
I don't have anything. Maybe you do and you don't know it.
You're a threat now. To whom? Everyone.
Shalom, my people. It's your man's Quab.
Brother Shofar.
Your brother Eliyahu. And we're going to just drop this kind of a heavy lesson right here, man. You know, it's going to show our people the coming trials and tribulations, really Jacob's trouble. That's what we really about to get into. My Shofar going, you know what I mean, he's going to drop this for y'all. It's kind of heavy, definitely, though.
Yeah, as the brother stated, there's going to be a rather heavy topic, you know what I'm saying? We're going to show and prove by way of script, history, and documentations of our enemies that the so-called black man and woman, the true children of Israel, we are the real enemy of the state. We are about to experience Jacob's trouble at a phenomenal rate and at a level that we must be spiritually and mentally prepared in order to make it through this thing. It's no coincidence that back in the late 90s, they pushed the movie by the exact title, Enemy of the State, and made a brother be the main character, Mr. Will Smith. Why was it that they pushed that movie in that way and showed the capability of the government, how they were able through their technology to track this brother down, so on and so forth? Why did they push that image? Why is it that in the early 90s, you had one of the movies, a hood classic known as Menace to Society? Why did they use that title to show the quote-unquote black male, the Israelite man, being a menace to society? Why is it that they push these things? We're going to show and prove why. That we are indeed the seed of Jacob, and we are about to go through that purging, Jacob's trouble, because the kingdom, our kingdom, is coming soon. So let's get into it. Let's open up in 2 Timothy, the first chapter, and the 7th verse. This is something that we definitely need to understand in these last days so that we can gear our minds and our hearts to be prepared to cleave to the Most High so we don't fall away. You know what I'm saying? These people are getting ready to make a heavy-duty warfare against us, and we need to have some understanding of what's getting ready to take place. So 2 Timothy, the first chapter, and the 7th verse.
2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear.
You see that? The Most High has not given us a spirit of fear. When you come into this understanding and realize that you got to get up under the Mashiach, learn to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and you granted the Kadesh Ruach, you don't have the spirit of fear. So when you go into the prophetic books, those things that are written shouldn't scare you, because you know that you are protected by the Most High. Read.
But of power and of love and of a sound mind.
But of power and of love and a sound mind. When we love the Heavenly Father, He promised us that He would be with us if we keep His commandments. He promised us this thing. And we have power through His Ruach and under the blood of the Lamb. Read that bottom portion again.
And of love, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
And of a sound mind. So when we go into these things, it's no reason for us to get scared. It's no reason for us to fear what these people are going to try to attempt to do to us. But we need to understand these things so that we can prepare ourselves, so we can prepare our families, and so we can prepare Jacob, though that remnant, so we can know what's coming our way. Let's get Luke 21 and 22. Got anything you want to add, brother? Good? Okay. The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 22.
You got it?
Yeah.
Luke 21 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
For these be the days of
You
vengeance.
see that? So the Mashiach, this is the Mashiach speaking here. These are the days of vengeance. He's speaking about the end concerning Israel. Read.
That all things which are written may be fulfilled.
We know this was almost 2,000 years ago, so we know that this is definitely talking about today. These are the days of vengeance, the vengeance that's upon Israel, that curse that's on us heavy, the fact that our enemies is getting ready to raise in and try to destroy us. These things were written, and they're beginning to be fulfilled. Read on.
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Right.
For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
You see that? So this the Mashiach letting us know what was getting ready to befall us and took place in 70 AD when the Romans encircled us. They brought this thing down. But what that last portion say?
For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
You see that? Wrath upon this people, meaning the children of Israel. We have been experiencing wrath, heavy duty, since we got kicked out of our land. But we getting ready to see it at a great rate coming up soon, very soon. Let's pick it up at Matthew 24 in the 21st verse. We're just going to set a little foundation here before we get into the heavy duty things. The book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21.
Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation.
Shall be what?
Great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
You see that? So the days is coming where there's going to be great tribulation that the earth has never experienced before. It's going to be major. But who is this people? Who is this coming upon?
For then shall be on this people.
On this people, the children of Israel. That's who it starts with first and foremost. These other nations, y'all got y'all judgment coming. That's off the rip. But it starts with the children of Israel because the Most High got to purge that remnant out of here. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that our foreparents broke that covenant, that wrath has to come down upon us real heavy. That 2/3, they got to go. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
So this tribulation that's going to come down on us, starting with the children of Israel, this thing ain't going to never happen again because it's going to be awful. And we going to see, when we go into these people's documentation and what they planning on doing with us, you can basically get the visual and see that it's going to be completely awful. If the Most High don't keep us and do what? Read on.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
You see that? The destruction that's coming on this earth, starting with Israel once again, is going to be so heavy that it won't even be flesh saved. So the Most High has to shorten the days. He got to cut this thing down so it won't be nobody left when the Mashiach comes. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at the UN, you look at the American capabilities with the nuclear powers. They got the ability to destroy the globe multiple times over. You know what I'm saying? It's only the grace of the Most High that's keeping that from popping off. You see what I'm saying? So let's go to Jeremiah 30. Let's prove that this thing's starting first and foremost with the house of Israel.
Let me just finish this out.
Go ahead and finish.
But for the elect's sake.
But for who?
But for the elect's sake.
Who is the elect?
Israel.
Israel is the elect of the Most High. What's going to happen?
Those days shall be shortened.
You see that? So for the elect's sake, because the Most High loves the nation of Israel and those that join on in righteousness. He loves us so much, he going to shorten those days. Because if he don't, we done for.
Right.
Especially when we check out what these people got in store for us. Let's go to Jeremiah 30 and verse 7.
Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great.
That day is what?
That day is great.
So this links right back into what the Mashiach was talking about, that great tribulation. It says, alas, for that day is great. Read on.
So that none is like it.
None is like it. Just like the Mashiach said back in Matthew 24. Ain't going to be nothing like this again. Read.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Whose trouble?
Jacob's trouble.
It's the time of Jacob's trouble. The real children of Israel, that so-called Negro man and woman, so on and so forth, that's scattered to the four corners of the globe. This trouble's going to start on your headpiece. And we're going to get into what they planning on doing. Now, this is on the physical side, because we know that on the physical is how these things going to play out. But let's take a look into the spiritual realm to see who's controlling this thing behind the scenes. Who's the one that's really angry at Israel? Who wants to really destroy Israel? Let's pick it up at Revelations 12 and pick it up at the 1st and 2nd verse. Let's see who's really at war with us. Yes, we have physical enemies, the quote-unquote European. You know what I'm saying? The Arab man, so on and so forth. All them people that had their hands in that slave trade on the physical, those people are enemies. That's without question. But let's see who was the puppet master behind them. Revelations 12 and 1.
Revelations 12 and 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
A crown of 12 stars. We know that this woman, this symbolics right here, is in reference to the children, the nation of Israel. Read on.
And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered.
So you see that? The nation of Israel is crying due to the afflictions of all the curses we are under and the iron grip that our enemies have upon us. And we're paying to be delivered. We want the Most High to get us out of here, take us back, give us back our nationality, which he's doing today, take us back home, and give us the kingdom that he promised to us. That's the deliverance that we're looking for. Drop down to verse 13.
Revelations 12 and 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth.
Now, who was the dragon in the spiritual sense?
Ha-Satan.
Ha-Satan. When he seen that he was cast to the earth, what did he do, brother?
He persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
See that? He persecuted the woman that brought forth the man-child. He brought down wrath upon her. That's why we dealing with all the things we are dealing with today. All the massacres going on in the ghettos, drugs being aimed at us. The Most High is allowing him to do these things. Why? Because of what we did to the Heavenly Father. Drop down to verse 17. Let's get to the crux of the matter. Verse 17.
Revelations 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
You see that? The dragon was wroth with the woman. He was mad at the nation of Israel and went to make what?
War with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High.
Repeat that.
Which keep the commandments of the Most High.
Which throw the Torah away.
Which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Hamashiach.
You see that? So that you are, if you fall in line with keeping the commandments of the Heavenly Father, you have the testimony of Hamashiach Yahushua, guess what? You are an enemy of the state. They have slated destruction for you, and that is at the behest of the adversary in the spiritual realm. We wrestle not against what?
Flesh and blood.
But against what?
Evil spirits in high places.
Exactly.
Principalities in high places.
Exactly. This is who we wrestle against. So that the dragon is coming to make war with you. Now let's see. Let's get into it. Go to Psalms 83 before. Let's go back there real quick. Psalms 83. Let's pick it up at the first verse. So we've seen on the spiritual side that the adversary, the one known as Ha-Satan, he's coming to make war with you that keep the commandments and the testimony of the Mashiach. Because you are the cream of the crop of the earth. You are the fruit that the Most High is looking at. So this bum think he going to take the Most High's scene. So he think, okay, I'm going to destroy the Most High's people, those that he care about. That's what he's planning on doing. But who is he going to use in the physical sense? Psalms 83 and 1.
Psalm 83 and 1. Keep not thou silent, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Your enemy, the what? The enemies make a tumult. Starting with the adversary in the spiritual sense and down to the physical sense. Read.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
See that? Satan hate the Most High, so he lifted up his head in great pride, and now he got all these people that's working for him behind on the physical sense, lifting up their head, thinking that they stronger than the Most High, thinking that they have the power to destroy the seed of the Most High, which is the nation of Israel. Read.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken what?
Crafty counsel.
You see that? They've taken crafty counsel. This is why these people operate through secret societies. Very crafty. Behind the scenes, well, let's get together. Let's see what we can do to destroy these people. Very crafty counsel. We can't even catch on to these things without having our eyes open, because they so slick with it. Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one.